my name is Deirdre Devlin. I'm a student nurse at Cedar Crest College, and today I'd like to talk to you about nursing interventions to reduce exemptions from childhood vaccines. In recent years, there has been an increase in parents requesting exemptions for vaccinations for their children. Currently, all 50 states allow parents to claim medical exemptions from school vaccinations, while 48 states allow exemptions for religious reasons, and 20 states allow their parents to exempt any or all vaccinations based on their personal beliefs. Without question, low vaccination rates increases the risk for vaccine-preventable diseases, VPDs, jeopardizing not only the health of the individual, but the health of the public as a whole. The research question I chose to investigate was, what are effective nursing interventions to encourage parents to vaccinate their children? The literature search was all done online through the Crest Library at Cedar Crest College. I used several search engines. I used Sage Journals, the Cumulative Index to Nursing and Allied Health Literature, and the Elton B. Stevens Company at EBSCO. My keywords that I used were nursing, vaccines, vaccination, and children, and I limited my research search to 2005 to present. The article that I am going to be looking deeper into is entitled Common Perceptions of Parents Requesting Personal Exemption from Vaccination. The authors of this study are Carlin E. Luthi, Renee L. Beckstand, and Carly J. H. Myers, and it was published in the Journal of School Nursing in July 25th, 2012. Problem and purpose. Now implemented worldwide, vaccinations are regarded as one of the most important life-saving measures of all time. This quote is taken directly from the Public Health Agency of Canada in 2009. Lack of experience with these vaccine-preventable diseases has led to parents focusing less on the overwhelming benefits of vaccinations and more on the possible adverse effects. As vaccine advocates, us nurses, we need to understand the reasons parents claim these exemptions, address those reasons while educating the importance of vaccinating the children. The study design that I'm studying was a descriptive cross-sectional mixed method study. It was a 16-item questionnaire about why parents were exempting their children from receiving their vaccinations. The questions included multiple choice, fill in the blank, and an open-ended comment section. For the multiple choice parts, the participants could choose from 10 listed reasons why they were choosing to exempt, and they were directed to choose all items that applied. The sample for this study was 801 Utah parents seeking to exempt their children from vaccinations. It was 83.4% female and 16.6% male. 70% ranged from the ages of 26 to 40. For their educational background, most of them, 38.6, had completed some college, 27.9 were college graduates, 37.9% were college graduates, 14.3% were high school graduates, and 9.1 had completed some high school. For a racial breakdown, we had 83.5% were white, 11.3 were Hispanic or Latino, 1.5 were Pacific Islander, 1% Asian, 1% American Indian, 0.8% were African American, and 1% identified themselves as other. So the results. The results are the common reasons for claiming a personal exemption. Number one, coming in at 25.2%, was it said the requirements conflicted with the parents' philosophical beliefs. 22.3% said they had concerns about overloading or weakening their children's immune system. 14.6% heard that vaccines can cause chronic diseases. 12.5% had a concern that the vaccine may cause the illness it's supposed to prevent. 11.7% said that their child had a reaction to a vaccine in the past. And then 13.6% were all the other responses that were a not too significant number. The vaccines was commonly exempted. The hepatitis series came in first at 32.4% exempting from that. 27% from tetanus, 17.6% from MMR, 13.5% from varicella, 6.7% from polio, and 2.7% from the HIV vaccine. Implications of the study. As vaccine advocates, we nurses, we really need to be aware of the specific concerns parents have regarding these vaccines. Once a specific concern is identified, we can then inform and direct the parent to the appropriate resource taking a more effective and targeted approach to vaccine education. Certain concerns were very common for certain vaccines. Hepatitis, for example, some parents were under the impression that hepatitis is only a sexually transmitted disease, and as long as our children practiced abstinence, they didn't need to get the vaccine, which we know is not the case. Hepatitis can be contracted other ways. The same with tetanus vaccinations. Parents were under the impression that you only needed a tetanus vaccine after an injury, not realizing that the tetanus vaccination is given in addition to its tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. They're all given at the same time, and pertussis is a pretty severe disease and has a high incidence in the community, so definitely needs to be addressed that way. So just to recap, for hepatitis and tetanus vaccinations, the additional information regarding the transmission of the disease, as well as the incidence of these diseases in the community, could help parents understand the importance of these vaccinations and encourage them to vaccinate their children. Implications continued. Parents also exhibited a lot of concern over the MMR vaccine and its link to autism. This is a myth that continues to perpetuate despite 8 different review panels by the Institute of Medicine conclusively disproving any such link. Wakefield's 1998 study linking autism to vaccinations has since been completely disproven. It's been found to be unethical, dishonest. He was found guilty of abusing developmentally disabled children for part of this research, and therefore had his medical license revoked in 2010. So there is no truth to that rumor, and that's something that nurses really need to educate parents about. Parents also stated concern over the ingredients in vaccination, specifically mercury. Even though mercury-containing preservatives were removed from all vaccines in 2001, so there's no truth to that rumor either, another thing that we need to educate them about. Limitations of the study. The convenience sample was just from one state and may not be representative of populations of parents in other states. Findings of the study, therefore, cannot be generalized to other populations. In conclusion, as one of the most important life-saving measures of all time, vaccines have proven to be successful in reducing the incidence of VPDs. Parents identify specific reasons for requesting personal exemptions for vaccinations, and they need to be questioned as to the root cause of this type of request. This question can reveal some identifiable knowledge gaps that the nurse can then address with focused educational messages. The nurse plays a pivotal role in providing additional vaccination information to these parents and in answering their questions. For my references, I use the article previously stated, and also the immunization, the most successful public health measure from the Public Health Agency of Canada. Thank you very much for your time.